Today might just be my most epic haul ever, and the reason for that is because I'm going to show you things from 3 different places. First of all, I've got stuff, there's like tops and dresses and bottoms and stuff here and other random stuff here. I actually went back to a house of somebody whose garage sale I talked about in a video from last year where I said this was like the best garage sale I've ever been to. Well, this person came back and brought some more great goodies with them, so I'm going to share that with you. I have a huge bag here from Plato's. They're like 75% off sale. And last but not least, I've got a box back here of stuff that a viewer sent me. She said it was stuff that she was going to take to, you know, like her local Goodwill or Plato's or something like that anyway. So she was like, I'd love to gift it to you if that's something that you'd be interested in. How could I say no? So I'm very excited to present to you my most epic thrift haul ever. And if things go according to plan, my hair will be dry by the end of this haul. Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park. I am a part-time reseller on a variety of reselling platforms like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, my own website, which is shopbeckypark.com, and I get stuff to resell on those platforms from a variety of places. I do go to my local thrift stores and Goodwills and places like that. I have in the past done like ThredUp boxes or bought out people's inventory from them if they decide that they no longer want to resell, but I feel like today is a pretty good representation of how I like to source as well. I like to go to garage sales. I like to go to consignment stores and buy, sell, trade stores like Plato's Closet. And I'm willing to find things to sell in unconventional ways as well, like, you know, receiving stuff from viewers who are like, I was just going to get rid of it anyway, or doing reseller buyouts like I talked about. I'm trying out consignment with some people. So lots of different ways to find inventory, and usually that results in me having too much. But we're going to start with, let me move this Plato's bag out of the way, but we're going to start with items that I picked up at this local garage sale. Like I said, I made a video last year about another epic thrift haul, and I will link that video right here. And what I did at that garage sale was I made a connection with the person who was running it. I got to talking with her, and my main question was like, how do you have so much amazing stuff? And it was very clear that this wasn't all stuff that had belonged to this woman. Like, it wasn't all coming out of her personal closet. And in talking to her, I learned that she also was a reseller, but just kind of had a lot of stuff and was looking to liquidate it, which is why she was selling it for pretty cheap at her mom's house for this garage sale. So I gave her my number and I said, listen, like, if you ever want to liquidate a lot at once, let me know. I'd love to talk to you about, you know, possibly doing like a big wholesale order. The only issue is that she lives about 3 hours north of me, and that was going to be hard for me to get to her, but she did let me know. She texted me and said, hey, I'm coming back down for a garage sale. So I made sure to go out and see her, and we got to talk even more, and she's such a lovely person. You should definitely follow her on Instagram. I will post her profile right here, but she was so lovely, so knowledgeable about vintage, and I did pick up a few vintage pieces today. I am personally not knowledgeable about vintage, and so I am doing a better job of staying away from it because I know that it's stuff that I take a lot longer to list because I don't know a lot about it, and I don't know, it's just not worth it in my opinion because of my limited knowledge, and it's not something that I want to learn a lot about right now. So I left a lot of that behind, but I did get a few, like I said, a few vintage pieces. But definitely check her out. I do think she's going to start on Whatnot soon, so definitely just, you know, stalk her Instagram and see if she is going to be on Whatnot, because if so, that means there's some really great vintage pieces possibly coming your way. But let's jump into what I got from her. Let's see, I wrote down how much it came out to per item. I want to say it came, I think this is the right amount. I think everything that I'm going to show you right now came out to $4.77 an item, which for a garage sale is not bad. And again, it's like stuff from a seasoned reseller, somebody who knows what to look out for. So I felt really good about just kind of making a huge pile and telling her, like, just offer me something and I will pay it. And that's what I did. So let's just jump right in. We'll start with these really great brown leather boots. And also, it's been so long since I've seen these things, so it's kind of like I'm seeing them for the first time too. This is by the brand Salamander Marathon. I've never heard of these. I don't know anything about this brand. They just looked really great to me. I have no idea how much they can go for, and these are in a little bit smaller of a size. Let's see, they're in a 5.5, but I'm not worried about that. I sell stuff in smaller sizes all the time. I myself am smaller and wear really small shoe sizes. So I do like to have like all of the different sizes available wherever I resell, because I think that's only fair. I would imagine I can at least list these for $35 to $40, if not more. So we'll see how that goes. There was this great pair of Coach just kind of like slide on heels. I mean, I don't know how old these are. They do kind of have like Y2K-ish vibes to me, but also like they could be modern as well. But just the great classic, you know, logo print, that canvas print on top. They're in a size 8.5B. Yeah, I just thought they were great. Coach shoes don't go for a whole ton when it comes to resale, but I should be able to get at least $35 out of those. This is a pair of Keens. I rarely leave Keens behind. They're just such a great trusted brand, especially for outdoor aficionados, and so I like to pick them up. Plus, these were in amazing condition. Like, look at these. So they're just kind of like a Mary Jane shoe. They have the bottom that's perfect for going out and hiking and stuff. These are in a women's size 9. Yeah, love them. Hope to get at least $35, if not $40 on those. This is a pair of sandals. This is not really the season, but they are free, people. So I just thought I would try them out. They do have like a very strappy leather upper. I personally hate this toe thing. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's so uncomfortable. That's just my personal opinion. And not like the most forward-thinking marketing strategy when it comes to talking to you guys about these shoes, but I'm not making this haul hoping that you will buy this stuff from me. I'm just showing you what I picked up to resell. It does have an ankle strap. Yeah, I don't know. They're in a size 38, made in India. We shall see how those do. Next up, we have this pair of Dansko lace-up, like, kind of sneakers, which I thought was great. I love picking up Dansko when it's not their typical clogs, because, you know, people trust the brand, but also people that don't want to wear those clog shoes, they might be a little bit more interested in something like this. Now, this does have a little bit of wear right here at the toe, but I don't think that's a big deal. And also, I think because it's black, I do have some like black leather polish or whatever you want to call it, and then I do have like leather conditioner, so I think I could spend maybe like 3 minutes on these and make them look a lot better. But even if I sold them as is, I think they'd still do pretty well. These are in a women's size 40. Very excited about these. I think that these will be I think they'll do pretty great. I'm hoping for at least 50 on those. So I do have some more shoes, obviously, and a couple accessories and home goods pieces from this house. And actually, I did buy like some vases and stuff. They're already upstairs, like, styled in my home. So if I remember, I will take pictures of those and show you how I styled my like built-ins and stuff in my family room. And there's like a hallway with some built-in shelving, and I'll show you where I put those pieces if I can remember what it is that I got at that particular garage sale. But I got some really great pieces for my home as well. But let me show you some of like the clothing pieces. So I saw this from afar and I was like, well, duh, that's Lily Pulitzer. Now, one thing I really love about this girl and the way that she runs her garage sales, I think I took off all of my like price tags and stuff that were on here. Yeah, but she has like prices on most things, and if there's a flaw, she will state it on that little price tag. So this one, I don't remember how much she had it priced at, but she did state, hey, there are some missing sequins. And, you know, I like that she's like very upfront and honest with people who might be shopping with her, even at a garage sale. You know, like at a garage sale, you could totally get away with just selling stuff, it's flawed, it's this and that, and not really telling anyone and being like, well, you should have just seen it, you should have looked it over. And these people aren't going to come to your house like once the garage sale is over. You know what I'm saying? But I love the fact that even though it was a garage sale, she went out of her way to let people know if there were any flaws. And like I said, I was just kind of throwing items on a table, and she knew that that was kind of my like stack of clothes. And as she went through it, she found two pieces where there were flaws, and she hadn't indicated them on the little tag, and she made sure to tell me before, you know, I bought the lot of clothes, because she didn't want me to be disappointed. So I just think that's really great and very rare in a garage sale situation. But this great one sleeve very like big floral print dress from Lily Pulitzer. I looked it up to see, you know, even with the missing sequins, could I still make some money off of this? And it turns out I definitely could. I think like in really good shape, this was selling for like around $75 or something like that. But even with the missing sequins, I should at least be able to pull like 40 out of it. And so, I don't know. I thought it was so stunningly beautiful. It's a size 8 in Lily Pulitzer. I couldn't leave it behind. I think I did actually put it back on the rack, and then I was like, what am I doing? Like, clearly this has to come home with me. Next up, my little like post-it with the amount that I paid fell down. This is a piece by Peruvian Connection. I do really like this brand. Not all pieces by this brand do amazing. You know, I think it helps if it's like wool. This is a size extra small, but I really like the print, and I like the fact, okay, you can't really see it because the lighting is awful in here. I like the print though. I like the tunic length. I liked kind of the overall boxiness of it, and it's very, very lightweight. So even if I can only pull like $25 from that, I'm okay with that because it's a really cool piece. This is another brand that I love to sell. The brand is Soft Surroundings, and this is in a size petite large, but look how pretty. I love kind of the pastel colorway along this neckline. I love the tassels, and I love the embroidery all, again, within like that pastel colorway. It's so pretty, and then it has this like braided or like woven detail on the sleeves. It's an interesting take on like a boho look, because I feel like boho is generally so like neutral colors, you know, it's very like beige and brown and that sort of thing. And like the primary color on this is like a beige, but I love this pastel detail. Oh, I think it's so pretty. So hoping I can get at least 35 out of that. This is by BCBG Max Azria. By the way, again, if you watched that haul video from last year from this same person's garage sale, you'll remember that there were stapled price tags in that haul video as well. And it's so funny because, you know, I made this video and I just kept raving about how this was like the best garage sale ever. And she eventually found the video and she commented, not maybe in the video itself, but when she texted me, she let me know like, hey, I found your video and I love that you loved everything and had great things to say about that garage sale. And she was like, yes, the people who were saying in the comment section of that video that the stapled price tags probably were not me, but they were my Salvation Army, they were absolutely right. She was like, I would never staple price tags to a garment, but that's just what her local Salvation Army does. So this is BCBG Max Azria, and as you can see, her Salvation Army was asking $4.99. It's in a size small. There's all this beautiful embroidery, again, right along the neckline. BCBG Max Azria is honestly a brand that I don't typically pick up because I feel like while it's beautiful, they make a lot of really beautiful pieces, and it can be kind of expensive retail. It doesn't resell for a lot, but I did decide to pick this up. It's also not the right season for it. Like, I feel like the colorway is great for this season, but it's clearly kind of like something that you throw on over a swimsuit or something like that. But let's see, was this silk? I don't think it's silk. Oh, it's 100% silk. That's why I picked it up. I knew that. Yeah, it's 100% silk. There's this little drawstring at the waist so you can cinch it, but how beautiful would that be in the summer just over a swimsuit? I mean, oh, it's so good. And obviously, like, the embroidery is not silk, but the embroidery is so good. All right, so next up, I saw this, I thought it was Anthropologie, and it's actually J. Crew. So this is J. Crew in a size 10. Oh my gosh, I just loved it. I love these little buttons here on the front. I love a button when it is covered in fabric. I don't know what it is about that, but I'm just such a sucker for it. This has a beautiful, almost like Asian-inspired floral print. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was really cute, really pretty. It does have pockets. So even though J. Crew, to be honest with you, doesn't do like amazing for me, I do feel like this was worth the pickup. I'm going to see what the size is. I also don't know why, but I do really enjoy selling dresses. Let me know how you feel about selling dresses. So one thing I like about J. Crew too is they'll tell you right on their tag when something is from. This is from 2018, so it's not necessarily recent by any means, but I just was very drawn to it. And I also really like the piping along here. I don't know, lots of things about it that I thought was very beautiful. This is Alice and Olivia. This is in a size small. I know that Alice and Olivia is like stupid expensive retail. Stupid expensive. it doesn't resell for me very well. I don't know. I don't make that much more on Alice and Olivia than I do on brands that are much, much, much cheaper. Let me know what your experience is with it. I do believe this is 100% silk, and I just thought the print was really fun. Again, it is just like a little dress. Yeah, let me double check. I thought the print on it was also very, very interesting. And if you've watched my channel, you know that I'm a sucker for like watercolor prints. And that's kind of how I feel like this is. This is 95% silk, 5% spandex. Love, love, love the print. It does need a good steam. That's all right. I can do that. This is the brand Conditions Apply. I have no idea what that is. I did look it up while I was at the garage sale to see if it was worth picking up, and it was. Part of me wants to say, is it anthro? Like, I feel like maybe it's anthro. I'm pretty sure, though, that the RN won't be. Oh, it is. It's 66170. Okay, it is anthro, and it even says so, basically, with that RN number on the tag. It's 100% viscose. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was really unique. Again, I feel like this could be a really great swimsuit cover or something like that. It's just very lightweight, almost sheer, and just a very unique piece. So thought that was interesting and was willing to take a chance on it. This is Standard James Purse. And, you know, Standard James Purse always surprises me. I'm always like, oh, this isn't going to go for very much. It's so basic. It's, you know, whatever. But it always actually does pretty decently for me. I'm trying to see if this is like a big stain on the sleeve. It might be, but also the coloring, like the lighting in here is just so weird. But this is a size 3. Standard James Purse, they do use vanity sizing. I do not remember off the top of my head what a size 3 is, but it's basically like a pretty basic button-up shirt, if you will. It has kind of that like space dye of a print. Yeah, I mean, I think I should be able to list it for around 35, and we'll see what happens. This is probably a little, oh no, it's Athleta. This is an Athleta tank. I can show you the tag right here. And these generally go for like $20 to $25, but I feel like they can be pretty quick flips. And I do always feel like listing this kind of stuff right at the end of the year for people who are making those New Year's resolutions to work out more. Like it's not a bad thing. This is an older piece. It's from 2015, but you know, there's just not that many updates when it comes to what a workout tank is going to look like. This is in a size medium, and it does still have the pads that are in the built-in shelf bra. So again, I'll probably list it for like 25, but it'll probably sell for like 18 to 20 bucks, and I am okay with that. This is an Athleta dress. Is it a dress? It's a size medium. Yeah, it's a dress. I personally really like Athleta dresses. They do tend to sit for me though, but this I thought was a really cute, like, let me show you. I don't know, I liked the shape of that. I feel like it's got a very classic but sporty vibe. Does it have a built-in? No, it doesn't have a built-in shelf bra. I like this a lot more than like their popular ruched dresses that I do feel like, you know, they sit for me forever, but a lot of that is because they're very, very old. But this one I'll probably list for at least 40. I'll again look at like the style number because Athleta does that, just like J. Crew, where they have a style number so you can look it up and you can get the style name. This was just a cool little vest. Does it even have, okay, first of all, like things are coming back to me now. Again, I haven't seen these things in so long. This is a vest that is interchangeable. You can wear it inside out. Reversible. That's the word that I'm looking for. It is reversible. And I believe that if I look in the pockets of one of these sides, it'll tell me the brand. I'm almost positive that it is Lauren Ralph Lauren. And even the pockets, they're like really cool. There's like multiple layers to them. But let's see where the tag is, the label. But I don't know. I'll give someone a $5 gift card if I'm wrong and this is not Lauren Ralph Lauren. Let's see. I don't know. Now there's no tag. Now this is making me out to be a fool. Are you in? Oh, here we go. Lauren Ralph Lauren. I knew it. Okay, it doesn't even, I'm not seeing the tag that says Lauren Ralph Lauren, but if you've ever seen Lauren Ralph Lauren, you know that this is the tag for it. So this isn't a size medium. It's cotton and nylon. It's just very like safari looking. And that, my friends, from Lauren Ralph Lauren, does so well. anything kind of like safari related. Oh my gosh, it just does so well. So on this side, you've got this like beige color with pockets on the exterior. And on this side, if you turn it inside out, it's black. And there's some really cool details on the pockets. I don't know. I mean, I'll look it up and I'll see what comps say. But off the cuff, I want to say I should be able to list this for at least $50, but we shall see. This is a great little dress by Bowden in a size 6R. Bowden is another brand that, like, I don't know, it's so hit or miss. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to list this and nothing's going to happen. And then it sells for a good amount. So it's just a nice long sleeve casual dress. It does have pockets, which is great. It has a nice little V-neck and it's got this great print on it. I also love the pleating here. It's like a little detail, but it makes such a difference and kind of elevates the dress in my opinion. This is Roberta Roller Rabbit for Piper Lime. Piper Lime, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that a brand that was associated, like it was part of that Banana Republic, like that family? I'm pretty sure. Roberta Roller Rabbit is also sometimes sold at Anthropologie. I've sold a couple of their pieces now, and I always find them to be so stunning. So most of the Roberta Roller Rabbit pieces that I have found are kind of this like tunic-y style. I did find one jumpsuit. Actually, I didn't find that jumpsuit. I got it as part of a reseller inventory buyout. This is made of 100% cotton, made in India. I just thought it was so beautiful. We'll see how this does. Probably like, I don't know, I'm hoping to get at least 35 out of it. The embroidery is on the cuff of the sleeve as well, and it's got kind of this like metallic-y, you know, you can see that shimmery element to it. Love that. So, you know, there were a lot of pieces in here that are a little bit more like summer appropriate, although we had like the vest and we had some long sleeve dresses and stuff. Lots of summery tunics though. This is definitely more of a fall winter piece, and this I believe is more of a vintage piece. So I've never heard of this brand. It's called Laureate Lane. It's in a size medium. I don't know for sure if it's vintage, but the piece itself looks, I don't know. So this, I believe, is 100% wool. It is a little bit flawed in that, let's see, 35% wool, and then there's viscose, nylon, and angora. It's supposed to be hand washed. It's got like a turtleneck. The flaw is that clearly there was supposed to be a belt with it because there are belt loops. There's no belt, and that's okay. I really like, if you can see the back, I really like this detail. Can you see it? This detail here. I thought that was really nice. But in general, just like any sort of sweater dress, I think does really well. And in the fall and winter, especially if you have one made of wool or a wool blend. And finally, I think that this length is great with a pair of knee-high boots. So pretty excited to see how that one does. Not sure how much to list it for. This is an Anthropologie piece. This is by the brand Moth. This is probably older of a piece, and I honestly was kind of like debating if it was worth even getting, but I did like the design on it. I like this like kind of, it looks like a flap, but it is stitched down, and then I don't know, I thought it was kind of unique. This is in a size extra large, and I believe it's 100% wool. If you hear something that sounds like a bird in our house, it is just that my son found a whistle in his backpack from like the first day of school or something and has been blowing it incessantly since then. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's 100% wool. It says so right on the tag. So yeah, I don't know. It's like a nice layering piece. It's got kind of a cool vintagey vibe to it. It's not vintage, but it's got that look. So for people who are into that. I was trying to see if you could hear him blowing the whistle, but he stopped. This is by Dress the Population, which is a pretty trendy brand. You guys, I feel like I'm doing a horrible job of showing these tags, and if that's the case, I'm so sorry. I do feel like this is an older tag for that brand. This is in a size small. I also believe this is missing the slip that should probably be underneath it, but it's basically this like pale pink crochet lace dress. And I just thought it was really pretty. It's got this open back. There is a little like loose thread here that all I have to do is really snip it. Yeah, I have no idea how much something like this could go for, but I'm excited to find out. I did recently sell a new with tags, like floor length dress the population dress for $90. I could have gotten more if I waited longer, but I honestly had kind of waited for a bit already, so I was like, I'm going to take the offer. This is a Free People sweater. This is in a size small, and I don't know, I just really liked the color. I liked the contrast of like a regular, you know, sweatshirt with like the contrast of this wool detail on the side. This is, I feel like, just what Free People is kind of known for, is, you know, the mixing of prints and patterns and things like that. I'm pretty sure that's wool. Let's see. Let's look at the fabric content. There is cotton, acrylic. Yeah, there's a little bit of wool and rayon and alpaca, and it's got that oversized fit. Yeah, so we'll see how that does. I mean, Free People does not do as well as it used to, so if that brings me even $35, I would be pretty happy with that. Let's go back to some shoes from this place. Actually, let's do like some accessories and home goods. So I had already paid her, I think it was like $180 for all the shoes and all of the clothes, and then I just kept finding stuff like as I was getting wrung out. I found this bag. I don't know anything about this bag, but like, oh my gosh, look at that. It is amazing. It's like a woman, she's like making, I don't know what she's doing, making stew or something. A stew? I don't know if that's right. Okay, so wherever she got this, she paid $4 for it. It's got these palm trees. I don't know. Well, okay, so these are like felt pieces. So you can see it's like felt and it was cut out, and then these were kind of like stitched onto it. This woman, like her dress was actually made out of some kind of fabric. And again, these are felt pieces with like a little bit of stitching on the inside. The back is just the woven, I don't know, straw, whatever that is. The handle looks like wood. And then on the inside, you can see there's a little bit of space to keep some stuff. There's a little pocket. It's so cool. And then it's got like the feet on the bottom with the same wood that the handle is made out of. It's just so cool. This would be so great for the beach. So it's just really not the season. But holy cow, I could not leave without it. I don't know how to price anything like this. To be honest with you, I will probably sell this in like a Posh Live or Whatnot show, because I feel like you need to see this in video form, like live, to get the full impact of what it is and how great it is. Oh, I just said it was so cool. So very excited about that. Also, like, I don't pick up pillows or blankets or anything like that anywhere, but this was such a great piece. So she had $5 on this. I don't, well, let's see. I was going to say, I don't see like a fabric tag or anything, but let's open it up. So the outside is 100% wool, and then the canvas part is 100% cotton. Yes, so this is all 100% wool, which does not surprise me. Look at how great that is. It's like this floral, just the boho pillow of your dreams. And then this is kind of like velvety on the back. Oh, it's just so great. Do I want this in my family room? Maybe. There's not, actually there is a perfect spot for this. There's a perfect spot for this. But it doesn't, the colors do match, but the entire vibe of it isn't. I don't know. I'm going to probably sell it. And I think this is another great piece to do on like a Whatnot or a Poshmark Live. But going back to some shoes, this is a pair. I still don't have the brand name made out. Okay, let me just show you the shoes first. They're like these ankle boots, but this, I'm almost 100% positive, is like a wool sock lining, and then this is all leather, and I love this like stitching right there. It's got this kind of, I'd call that a lug sole. The brand is on the inside. I just cannot make out what it is. I have no idea. And I also can't really make out a size. There's not a size written on here anywhere. I just thought they were so cool though, so I was like, I'll just take a chance on them. And I have not done any research yet. I have not done like Google Lens or anything like that, and maybe that'll pull up exactly what they are. You know what? Let's try this. So this strap here, it's elastic. Maybe it'll say underneath. Ooh, okay, we got some numbers, but I don't, let's see. Oh, maybe a brand? No. So we've got some numbers. I see like all of this, and then there's something that says like 09 and 41. I feel like 41 could be the European sizing. And then in green, they have this information about like just the care of the shoe, you know, where they have like the picture of the shoe and what you can and cannot do with it when it comes to taking care of it. Other than that, I don't know any other information. I just thought they were so interesting. They are perfect for the season that we are approaching, and I just got to do a little bit more research. Okay, wait. Like when I look at it at that angle with the light hitting it exactly. Mink? No. Kink? No. I sink? Think? Think. It says think. It says think. Okay, I'm going to reference this video when I go to Melissa's. It says think, and it looks like the other words in here are in German, which would not surprise me. Ooh, okay. I think it says think, and I can only make that out because of the exact angle of this ring light. So I will keep you posted on this. Definitely make sure to subscribe because if and when that sells, you'll see it in a future What Sold video. This is a pair of flats by Madewell. You know, sometimes they do really, really well with Madewell shoes. Can you even see that that says Madewell in there? Let's see. The lighting is either really... Okay, there, it was there, and then it was gone. Whatever, you've seen the Madewell logo before. They're just a great pair of like shimmery gold flats. I feel like these are perfect for the summer. I mean, not the summer, the holidays, even the fall. They're a great leather, 7.5. Hoping to get at least 35 out of those. And then the last pair of shoes before we go back to the final bit of clothing from this garage sale. This is also BCBG Max Azria. I don't know that I've ever sold a pair of shoes by this brand. And again, it's not a brand that I love to pick up, but holy cow. Look at all of this beading and attention to detail. I mean, these are a boho person's dream shoe. And also, like, the turquoise coloring on the brown. Like, are you joking me? Look at this just, like, turquoise stone right there. Like, holy cow. These are amazing. They also have an ankle strap. And these will be just the worst things to photograph. I am praying to all of the thrifting and reselling gods out there that there is a stock picture for these, because how am I supposed to photograph this and make it look good? But these are in a size 9.5B. So I love that too. I love that they're in a little bit bigger of a size. They are just so friggin' cool. And I did almost leave them behind because, like I said, I have a hard time with BCBG Max Azria, but I was like, I don't even care. Someone is going to go crazy over those because of the style, because of how cool they look, all that beading and the coloring. All right, next up, I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure, I know that this is vintage, and the garage sale seller and I were kind of like fawning over this piece together. So it says Saddle King Western. There was a size on this tag, but it got just so worn that you can't really see it anymore. Yeah, I'll just do some measurements, but this is what the tag looks like. And this is what the piece looks like. So there's just so much perfect wear to it. It's amazing. So it's got like these corduroy details on the flaps of the pocket and on the collar. There's kind of this like shearling lining on the inside. There's like all this wear even on the sleeves. Like just someone has worn the crap out of this and loved it. And it just adds so much character to the piece, I feel like. If I had to guess, this is selling on Depop. Like, this is such a Depop piece, but it's so cool. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, when those Carhartt, like, canvas jackets were really popular. It's got that kind of vibe, you know, and the perfect amount of wear to it. So, super excited about this. I'm going to list it really high. I don't think that there's going to be a lot like this on the market. And someone is just going to be the coolest kid in school with this piece. So, I probably will list it at a minimum of $75 because you cannot, like, replicate this kind of wear and just, I don't know, you can't. So it's perfection. I love it. So excited about it. It's also very heavy. My arm was getting a workout holding that to show it to you guys. This is like the opposite of that piece. This is so like prim and proper. Who are you? Oh, this is Joie. This is a size small. And it's, again, the lighting is awful, but I think it's like a hunter green color, and it is that like crochet lace with like the eyelash trim. Just very, very prim and proper, but a great piece nonetheless. I probably can only pull like $35 for it because nobody wants to pay good money for joie. Nobody. This is a skirt by Max Mara. It's in a US size 8. It's made of wool, silk. Honestly, it will sit for a while because regular schmegular pencil skirts like this, you know, regardless of the brand, they don't move very quickly. Now, this does have a great like draped detail on the front, as you can see. Also, what color are you? I'm pretty sure it's black. The lighting is just so weird. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know how much it'll move for. I am totally fine, though, with waiting for the right buyer to come for something like this and just waiting on that price that I want to get for it because I got space. I got storage space. It can sit in my house for a year or two. That's fine. This is another Athleta piece. This is in a size small, tall. I do like picking up things that are like tall lengths or even petite because when you are a specialty size, it's hard to find clothes. I wear petite sizing if I can find it. Like jeans are near impossible for me to find. So if I can, you know, find anything in a petite size, I'll pay good money for it because I just need things that fit. And I think people who wear like tall sizing feel the same way. And I can imagine, especially on like a mini skirt, if you need it to be a longer length because you're very tall, mini skirts are barely gonna cover your butt and your hoo-ha, so it's like, yeah, people need it to be a specific length sometimes. So it's just a gray striped skirt. It's got zippered pockets and it is lined. It's got the shorts underneath, so this is perfect for your golf, your tennis, your cycling, all that good stuff. Hoping to get at least 25 out of this. I'm hoping that that is something that can happen, so we'll see how that does. A decent amount of Athleta on this particular thrift trip. Okay, I remember this being pretty cool. So this is new with tags. It is French Connection. And again, French Connection isn't a brand that I pick up very often, even though it's pretty expensive. I just feel like it doesn't resell for a lot. But the Y2K vibes on this, oh my gosh, like amazeballs. It's got zippers all throughout. It's got this like what is it, like a belt in the middle. It is sleeveless. It is so good. So this is in a size 10. I have no idea when it's actually from, but I feel like even the look of this over like a white button-up shirt or something, so Julia Roberts from like, was it the 90s when she did that? Oh, it was such a look. So yeah, I am here for this. I was very excited to find this piece. That's also heavy because my arms are, again, a little bit sore. This is a pair of Patagonia leggings. What size are you, Patagonia? Let's see. It doesn't say, so I will have to figure that out. I'll just take measurements and stuff. But they're just like a pair of maybe 7/8 length leggings, and they are gray, dark gray with stripes. Yeah, I'll probably get around 25 for these, hopefully. Next up, I have another pair of bottoms. What are you? This is Eileen Fisher, and these are in a size medium. I want to say there's some linen in these. It feels linen-y. I am very wrong. It's 70% viscose, 24% nylon, 6% spandex. So these are black. I shall stand to show you them. They're black. They're just pull-on pants, and they're kind of like a tapered leg. So somebody's gonna like those. Hoping to get at least 40 for these. I do feel like basic, very neutral Eileen Fisher can do well, and I also feel like that's kind of what she's known for. Like, people go to Eileen Fisher for like the basic, very neutral, minimalist type of look. This is the opposite of that. This is Life is Good, which I don't pick up that much anymore. Not because it doesn't sell. It absolutely does. It just doesn't sell for a lot. These are in a size extra large, but I just thought I'd give these a go. She didn't have a lot on them, and I know I'm going off of average cost of goods, so you know, when you talk about $4.55 into these, that's probably too much. Was it $4.55? $4.77. When you talk about $4.77 into these, that's too much. But I think she only had like a couple couple dollars on these in particular. So these help drive down my average cost of goods. But this is going to make someone really happy just to have this little puppy dog and the American flag and the Life is Good logo. You know, these are great like pajama pants or just like lounge around the house pants. So I think these will go quick as long as I don't overprice them, because this brand always sells super fast for me. So I am okay with spending the money on a quick flip. This is a pair of black pants by, I'm pretty sure these are Lululemon, because I think I just saw the logo somewhere. Yep. So here is the logo, kind of in like a hexagon of a shape, not hexagon, octagon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's 10 sides. What is that? What shape is that? I don't know. These are in a size extra large, and they are just black, kind of wide leg lounge pants. I don't know. So I think these will hopefully go for maybe like 35 to 40 bucks. I don't know. Lululemon goes for less and less these days, I feel like, but I don't know. This is a weird logo. Is this fake Lululemon? Like, look at the... I don't know, this might be fake. I need to do a little bit more research. I don't know, does this look fake to you? It's like a very pixelated almost version of the Lululemon graphic. I don't know. The fabric is made of a very high quality, and it looks like quality construction. I've just never seen a logo look like that before, so I don't know, I'll do some more research. These seem so nice. This is Athleta. This is, again, in a size small, tall. These are really nice, though. So it's a pair of gray, kind of like scuba knit pants. Very high rise. It's got zippered pockets on the front. They're super nice. I don't think that I would, like, work out in these, per se, because these, wow, look at this. I've never seen a hem like that before. I feel like you could even almost wear these to like the office or something like that. They seem very nice. Interested to see what those are. And again, I'm going to use the little tag underneath the care tag to see the style number and look up the style name. This, I believe, okay, I don't know if this is vintage or not, but it's Intimates Lane Bryant. It's like acetate nylon and spandex, size 18 by 20. The reason I think it's vintage is because it's made in Korea. I have not seen a tag from Intimates Lane Bryant ever. And then also, I just feel like these kinds of Intimates pieces can sometimes do well. And it's like a fallish color. Like if you like to have your intimates correspond with the current season, then this is perfect for the fall. So I don't know, we'll see how this does. I've never tried anything like this before. And I could see someone wearing this too with like a slip as an actual dress for like a Y2K look and wearing it out. So that is everything that I got from this garage sale. And you know, one thing that I think attributes to any reseller's success, and okay, let me take a step back. There are some resellers that don't do this, but I think a lot of successful resellers, one thing that they have in common is that they will take the time necessary to build relationships with people, whether that's people at their thrift stores, whether it's people that they could potentially do consignment from, whether it is people, you know, that they meet at garage sales. If you can build relationships with people, especially those who you know have access to great inventory, I think you are setting yourself up for success. You know, you always hear stories of resellers who will have thrift store employees who will call them and say, hey, there's some good stuff here right now, like hurry up and get here. You hear stories about resellers who have great relationships with actual chain stores like Ross or Burlington Coat Factory, people who will call them and say, hey, we just got a new shipment of Nikes in, hurry up and get here. You want to have good relationships with people that you're going to be interacting with frequently, people who you're getting great inventory from, because otherwise, if you don't have a good relationship with them, if they don't like you very much, they can make it a lot harder for you to just have a good experience in their store, versus the other way around. If they really like you, you never know what kind of opportunities could come your way because of that. And like I said, I took the time to get to know this particular garage sale seller. I could tell this was a different kind of garage sale than your average garage sale. I could tell that there was more where this amazing product came from. And as a result, she reached out, and I was able to get a great deal the second time that I went back for the second year in a row. Yeah, she just has some great stuff. And now, honestly, like, I'm happy to call her like an acquaintance and even a friend. And we've been talking a lot about like live shows. And yeah, it's really cool to build relationships with people who are interested in the same thing as you. So very excited about that connection that I made with her. Again, I will put her Instagram information here so that you can check her out and hopefully support her when she starts doing some live selling of her own. And I think you'll be really happy with the kinds of stuff that she brings to the table. So speaking of making connections, it is a little bit easier for me because I have this platform of YouTube and Instagram. And so there are people who will like learn about me and find me, and it's easier to make connections that way, obviously, because I'm putting myself out there. And as a result, I had someone named Rebecca reach out and ask if she could send me some stuff that she would otherwise probably donate. And I thought it'd be really fun to do that unboxing together. So let me grab this big old box right here. What I told her, you know, she reached out to me and asked first if I would want this stuff rather than just sending it to me, which, you know, I think is great that she did that. And I was like, please let me pay for shipping at least. And she was like, no, this is my gift to you for the information that you've provided on your channel, which I thought was so, so, so sweet. I have no idea what's in here. Actually, her name is Becky too. I said Rebecca, but it's Becky. This is 22 pounds of stuff. Obviously that includes the weight of the box as well. Let's dig in. So yeah, this box came, let's see, it was shipped on August 25th. I got this stuff maybe like September 1st from the garage sale. Plato's I went to early September. This stuff has been sitting in my house for some time, and I'm so excited that I'm doing this haul and unboxing now because obviously I want to get this stuff listed, and I didn't want to do that until I film this haul for you guys. Okay, so it looks like there were some plastic bags on top to protect the inventory from getting damaged in case of rain or anything like that, so I appreciate that. So there's this stuff here. Looks like there's a card. Oh, okay. She says, I've watched you on your YouTube for years, back when I loved to thrift, but didn't know what to do with all the great finds I found, but never made selling a living. Hope some of this sells for you. Becky, thank you so much. This is a really cool card. So thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see what's inside. Already I see a pretty cool piece. So this is Zara Woman. Love me some Zara. This is a USA size large, and it is probably faux suede with like a faux shearling lining, but it's this great jacket. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely gonna sell. It's got like a belt that goes around the waist. It looks like it's a moto zip. The lining is in great shape. I'm looking for a tag to see what the materials are. The tag was ripped out. I'm just going to safely assume, though, that this is faux suede because Zara doesn't do a lot in, like, great materials. That should still go, though, for, like, at least $40, I would say. I love this brand. This is Blank NYC. This is in a size medium. They are really well known for their like faux leather, faux suede moto zip jackets, and this is exactly that. In a great brown color. It has the moto zip, obviously. It looks to be in great shape. I would probably list this for like $50 to $60, if not a little bit more. Great piece. Okay, we are starting off on a really strong foot here. This is Port Authority. This is probably something I would have passed on at the thrift store, but it looks like a great puffer jacket. It's a full zip in a great neutral black color. And this one, let's see. Yeah, it's 100% nylon. I mean, I think I can still get like $25 out of it, so definitely not something that I'm just gonna like donate. I think it's still worth listing. Great. Ooh, look at this color. Okay, this is Urban Outfitters, size medium, but like, wow, look at that color. If this isn't the perfect fall color, I don't know what is. Okay, let me stand up so that you can get, and as you can see, if I unzip it, it is fur lined. pretty sure it's faux fur, but still. And it's got this very like athletic, collegiate look to it with this this band down here and on the sleeves. I think that's really cool. And I bet I can find a stock photo for this. I believe this will sell for maybe close to like 50-ish. Ooh, that's exciting. This is an ASOS piece, which ASOS doesn't resell for a ton, but this is a great denim jacket. Again, it's got this like shearling on the inside. Oh, it's just like a little trim just to make it look like the whole thing is lined in this shearling. This is in a UK size 16. It buttons up. The shearling is in a little bit of rough shape, but I think this will still sell for at least $25 to $30. Definitely still worth listing in my opinion. Ooh, this is Zara TRF collection. This is like, oh wow. It's like a red rain jacket. It really reminds me of that bear corduroy, like something that he would wear. And it's even got this hood. This seems like a little bit older of a piece too, but it's really cool. Oh, wow. I think I could list this for a good amount. Like at least $40, $40, $50. I don't feel like you see pieces like this anymore. Oh, that's really cool. I am loving everything in this box so far. This is Topshop. This is in a US size 12 in kind of this like dark rose gold color, I would say. Kind of similar to that Urban Outfitters piece. Again, it's like that, I don't know, would you call this like a Letterman's jacket style? Kind of like that though, you know what I'm saying? It's got a full zip. Great for the fall, again, just like a great layering piece. I think this could get me at least 25. That's a fun little piece. This looks like it's similar. This might be, yeah, this is basically the same thing. This is Topshop again, but this is in like an army green color. Another maybe $25 to $30 from this. Great piece. This is another Topshop. Oh, this looks like a blazer. Oh, so this is a black blazer. This is in a size 8. And I feel like this oversized blazer look is super in right now. This is actually very lightweight as well. It's got these big pockets. I think this could do pretty well just based on style alone. I think, again, maybe like around 25 on that. This is H&M. Oh, I picked up 2 pieces on accident. This is Divided by H&M. This is in a US size 12. And it's a very lightweight layering piece. So the sleeves especially are very, very lightweight. Full zip. It's got a little drawstring on the bottom. And this is perfect for the fall as well. Maybe 20 to 25 on this. This is Nike, I think I saw. Oh, okay. So this is a great, super duper lightweight Nike piece. It is, let's see, it's got this interesting detail on the side or on the sleeve. What size is this? It's got a hood. I have no idea, like, would you call this like a windbreaker? It's in a size large. Honestly, something like this I will probably do in like a Whatnot show. Some of those Topshop pieces I might do in like a Whatnot or Poshmark live as well. Something like this especially though, because I do feel like it needs a good steam if I were to photograph it and list it. However, if I just sell it live, then I don't have to bother with any of that, and I can save myself some time and pass some really great savings on to someone else. That's a really cool piece though. I need to do a little bit of research. And Nike, just like Athleta, just like J. Crew, you can actually look at the style number on their tag as well and find more information on it. So that's what I'll do with that. Here's another great Nike piece. This is in a size large. And again, this is very lightweight too with the hood. It's in this dark green colorway. It's got a full zip. It's got this hood on the back. This one seems to be made of like nylon. It's a little bit wrinkled, but I could definitely still photograph it, so I'll probably sell this a traditional way. Let's see. I'll like photograph and list this. What are you? Oh, it's 100% polyester. But great little like, yeah, layering piece. If you're going hiking or something like that, it would be great for something like that. Just a couple more pieces in here. Here's another Nike piece. This is in a size large as well. This one is in like a very deep dark purple. Wow, Do you see the sheen on that? This is in a dark purple. This is a really cool piece. It looks like it's vented. Is it? It's got the look of venting, but not the functionality of venting, I feel like. It does have pockets, a random zipper on the side. This is a cool piece. I think I'll definitely go ahead and list this normally as well. Look at like the sheen on that. It kind of reminds me of eggplant. Oh man, just some great Nike pieces on the bottom here. This is another Nike piece in a size large. I definitely will take the time though to look up the style on all of these. So if you look, I'll show you where it is. If you look right here, this is the little tiny tag under the care tag. If you can see the number, and don't mind my outgrown nails. I got my nails done. They were like dip dye right before school started, and we're like a month into school, and they're still like super intact, but just super outgrown. So if you see right under where it says L for large, there is a series of numbers and then a dash and 3 more numbers. That's the style number, and the 3 numbers after the dash, that is the colorway, like the color code. But I'll look up the style for all of these just in case any of them are worth like a ton, and that way I know. I'll save that one for last. And then it looks like there's a random pair of pants in here. This is by H&M. These are in a US size 34R, so these are men's. They are new with tags, and they cost $50 at the store. It's a pair of like men's khakis, like dress pants. And I can definitely list those and hopefully make 20 to 25 bucks on these. These do need a good steam. However, I don't think that this is the type of thing to do a live sale with. I don't know that anything will happen with those. This piece is really cool. I doubt it's my size. I'm going to look here in a second and see if it is. Because if it is, I would wear it. Let's see. This is Nike as well. This is a size large as well. But look at how cool. I love the color blocking on this. So it's got this like great bright orange on this shoulder. This is blue and the black on the bottom. I like the bright white zipper, and it's got that on the pockets too. And then on the back it's got this hood. Again, a very great lightweight, just kind of windbreaker. It's a great piece. Oh, Becky, thank you so much. These are all perfect things for me to list right now. Like I said, the majority of it I am going to list regularly. Some of it you guys might see live in upcoming Whatnot or Posh live shows. But oh my gosh, thank you so much for your generous donation to my thrifting addiction. You know, when she reached out and said that she was going to send me some stuff that she felt like she was going to just donate anyway or like take to Plato's, I didn't have the highest of hopes because the things that I take to my Plato's are pretty embarrassing. I feel like they're pretty rough things. These are great pieces, the majority of which I would have sourced myself while I was at the thrift store or something like that. So, Becky, thank you so much. I cannot even tell you how much I appreciate this. This is going to definitely result in just some great sales for me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I mean, I think that definitely contributed to me being able to call this an epic haul. But the last place that I'm going to show you some thrifted pieces from is my local Plato's. I think my receipt is in here somewhere. I'll try to pull it out in a second. But I went to Plato's because they were doing 75% off of their clearance. And on top of that, I had shopped earlier in the summer, and it was like if you spent a certain amount, then they gave you $30 off of $60. And that was on regular price items. So I went in with 2 agendas. One was just to get some great pieces for 75% off. And then the other component was I wanted to spend at least $60 in the regular priced items to get $30 off, and I was able to do both of those things. So the first piece that I picked up for 75% off was this Vera Bradley bag. They wanted $14 for it, so what, I paid like a little over $3, I want to say. I hate selling Vera Bradley, but the only reason I picked this up was because this was very unique. I have never seen anything like this before from Vera Bradley, and so I still haven't looked up comps. I will, because I want to see if this is worth anything. The thing that's unique about it is this. So the inside of the bag, you can see this metal frame, which I've never seen in Vera Bradley, and it's got this like snap closure, not snap closure, but this kind of closure. And then when you open it up, this is what it looks like on the inside. It's almost like a carpet bag. Like this is kind of what I associate with carpet bags. The inside is very clean. It does have a zippered pocket on the inside. Some people just go crazy over Vera Bradley, so I just figured this was something, oh, and then even on the outside of like the middle portion, there's a magnetic closure here. Did I break it? Uh-oh. Not, uh-oh. Well, there was, but now it's not wanting to close for me. Let's see. So this side, okay. Oh, did it like fall? What's going on? Well, there was a magnetic thing on this side, and then I think that it like goes to the metal frame. But when I undid it, I undid something. So I guess I gotta just close that. This side is not really gonna stay closed. But there's another area in which you can put stuff, and then that exists over here too. I can clearly feel the magnet here. It has like fallen down on this side. It's okay, I'll figure it out, or I'll just disclose the fact that it's not really working. But I don't know how much something like this will go for. There is one flaw. You can see on the strap here, the like actual, I don't know what this is actually, but this is poking out, and it shouldn't be. It's not poking out anywhere else, but it doesn't affect like the wear or the look of it. We'll see how this does. I don't know. I was just very intrigued by that. But I did a Posh live show, like the first one that I did. I think I showed some of these, and they went for pretty good money, these Vera Bradley bags. And the ones that I had, they were not in the best condition, but they sold for, and when I say they did okay, I mean they sold for like $15, $20. But, you know, given the fact that I hadn't listed them, they were just unlisted inventory that had been taking up space in my home for years, I was happy to finally move them. This was probably a piece I didn't need to get, but I got it because you guys know how I feel about Talbots. This is Talbots Collection Petites, and I'm pretty sure this is vintage Talbots. They wanted $14 for this, so again, I had a little over $3 into this, I want to say. But it is this black short sleeve. Can you see this fabric? I think it's rabbit hair. Let me see. It is 36% lamb's wool, 36% Angora rabbit hair, 27% nylon, 1% spandex, and the lining is 100% silk. So I'm pretty sure it's vintage, and then like the materials used are just so like luxuriously soft. It's hard to see it with my horrible, horrible lighting. And it's so funny because if you go to your local Plato's Closet, oh, and then the closures are like these hook and eye closures. If you can see that, you can't, because again, the lighting is atrocious. But they have this sign at the register kind of explaining, like outlining what it is that they're looking for and what they're not really picking up anymore. And one of the brands that they're like, we are no longer accepting items by this brand, and that brand was Talbots. So I'm not surprised, because like, why are people bringing Talbots to Plato's Closet? Who do they think from Plato's is going to buy that stuff? And every time I go, there is always some Talbots, and finally they were like, enough. High school and college age students are not buying the Talbots. This is another brand that they probably could stop picking up, because who is picking up this shoe brand at Plato's? Nobody. Nobody is going to Plato's being like, I hope I see some Les Artistes at Plato's today. Nobody's saying that. They had this priced at $7. So this was one of the items that was regular price. I should be able to sell these for like $35 to $40, and I needed $60 worth of regular price items to be able to use my 30% off or $30 off coupon, and that was one of the items. This was on clearance. This is a pair of Everlane jeans. Did I get these for me? I don't think so. These are in a size 27 regular. They had them priced at $18, so maybe like close to $4 on these. But they are a high rise. They are a skinny jean, but they're like a nice dark wash. I should be able to get at least 25 out of these. I feel like Everlane jeans don't go for nearly as much as they used to. And given that this is a little bit older of a style and that they're skinny jeans, again, I think I can safely assume that these aren't going to sell for a ton, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to move them, but that's okay. This is another clearance item. They had this priced at $25, so I paid a little over $5 for this, but it's a Fossil bag, and I don't know, I do okay with Fossil bags. It's got this interesting, like, would you call this patent leather? I don't know, like that coated leather on the outside, and then almost like a denim material up here with this floral print. I just thought it was kind of unique, very boho-y, just like a nice saddle bag type situation. And it is part of that Keeper Fossil line. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I don't know how much this will go for. Maybe this will go in a live show. I'm not sure yet. This was another pair of jeans that were part of the clearance. They wanted $14 for this. This was in the men's section. To be honest with you, when I go to these 75% off clearance sales at Plato's, I rarely look at anything outside of jeans, shoes, and dresses. Sometimes I'll look at jackets and stuff if they have that. They didn't really have a jacket section because they were kind of clearancing out like their summer stuff. And they had a couple bins of bags, which is why I got those couple bags. I don't look at shirts. I don't look at like activewear usually, because there usually isn't a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of bad stuff, a lot of just like very generic, like even Costco type brands that you have to look through, and every once in a while you'll find something that's really great, but usually not. Denim and dresses and shoes is where it's usually at for me. So I saw this in the men's section. I had never seen or heard of this brand before. So the brand is Supply and Denim. Oh, no, sorry, Supply and Demand. This is in a size 34 for men. I don't remember right now off the top of my head what comps were. This is what they look like. They're kind of unique. You can see like all these weird seams throughout. They have kind of like little cargo pockets on the side. But yeah, comps look pretty decent. So I was like, I can try that. I can try a new denim brand for men for 75% off of $14. Absolutely, I will do that. This is a very familiar to me brand. This is Madewell. They had these priced at $25, so I paid a little over $5 for these. These are the bootlegger jeans in a size 31 by 30. But I think these are men's jeans, which is why I was like, sure, let's try them. And they are like a bootcut jean for men. We'll see how they do. I think I looked these up when I was in the store because I wanted to make sure that the amount that I would be paying for them was worth it, and I believe that it was worth it. And I do think that these are men's, but Madewell is another brand where they give you the style number and you can look it up and just have more information about what it is that you have in your hands. This is a pair of Good American jeans. These are in a size 6. Good American is Khloe Kardashian's brand. They wanted $35 for these, so I paid a little over $7. And they are a little bit outdated. They are skinny jeans. They're distressed. They have like that step hem, but this brand still does pretty decently. I mean, this is a little bit older of a style, so I do think I have to accept a little bit less on them, maybe closer to like 35 or 40 compared to what you can get if you're getting like a newer style. But I thought that was worth it. We'll see how those do. This is a pair of jeans by Adriano Goldschmied. These are men's jeans, I believe, in a size 31 regular. These are the Kiss style. I do pretty well with Adriano Goldschmied for men because let's not forget, Adriano Goldschmied is so expensive retail. Ridiculously expensive retail. So, you know, a lot of the older styles for women, especially like the Stilt and the cigarette, like those ones maybe are not worth it depending on how much you pay for them, because even though they were really expensive retail, they're a much older style and they're not going to resell for as much. Men's stuff does well for me though. This is another brand that I don't pick up a lot of their women's pieces anymore, but for men, yeah, I'm willing to see what happens. This is in a size 34. This is 7 for All Mankind, and this is the Austin style. They have it printed on the inside of like one of their pockets. These they wanted $16 for, and so I paid a little over $3 for them. I think these will do pretty well. So I always go to the men's section at Plato's, even when it's not like clearance or sale. I've gotten some really great pieces at Plato's in the men's section, and also sometimes they mistakenly put women's pieces in the men's section. Ooh, okay, these I was excited about. This was one of the items that I paid full price for. They wanted $30 for these. But again, I got more than $60 worth of regular price pieces and therefore paid, you know, $30 off of however much that was. The brand is Frame and the style is the Le Baggy Palazzo. And these were comping amazingly. Plus these are in a great, you know, bigger size. So they're like a wide leg. The seam kind of goes down the middle there. They're in a lighter wash. I don't remember right now off the top of my head what comps were looking like for these jeans, but they were good. So I'm very excited to list these. I'm a little irritated because they're a little bit wrinkled now that they've been sitting in this bag for like over a couple weeks, but I'll get the wrinkles out and I'll get that listed. I don't think I got very many dresses because they didn't have a lot of great ones, but this is Lovers and Friends. This is in a size small. I tried looking up comps, I remember, while I was in the store, and I couldn't find anything exactly like it. This is another piece that I did pay their regular asking price for, which was $14, which I think is still pretty good for Lovers and Friends. It's a great little black and white gingham dress, just like a fit and flare, and it has this lace-up detail and is it a side zip? I don't remember, but I just thought it was really cute. It is not really the season. This is such a great summer dress, but I thought I would try it out. And we'll see how that does. Some more jeans, because I went ham on the jeans. This is another one that I paid full price for. They were asking $16 for these. These are Levi's, and they are the balloon leg style, which I had never tried before, in a size 29. But again, when I looked up comps, they seem to be doing pretty well because they are more of like a wide leg pant. They do taper a little bit towards the bottom, and that's why I picked these up, because of the fact that they were comping well and I knew I'd be getting some money off of them and there would still be money to be made, even though I was paying a decent amount for those. So always excited about trying out new Levi's styles, especially like trending ones. This is a pair of Harley Davidson jeans from the men's section. These were on clearance. They had them priced at $18, so I got them for a little over $3, I believe. And these are a size, I don't know, what size are you? It's got to say somewhere. Plato's doesn't typically take things if the size isn't on there. So the Plato's tag says $36. The Plato's tag says it's a size 36. I don't know where they're seeing that, but it's got to be on here. So it's just a pair of jeans. They're like, I don't know, I feel like Harley jeans are typically like relaxed fit. And they do okay. I do really well actually with Harley jeans for women. I don't think I've ever tried selling them for men, which is why I wanted to try. And when you're paying $3 to try, that's not bad. This is just one of my favorite things to sell. It doesn't sell for a whole lot anymore, but this is a pair of Carhartt jeans. They wanted $25 for these, so I paid a little over $5. But these are flannel lined. So these are great for men who are working outdoors and they need something durable, but also something that will keep them warm. So this is great for those winter months when they need some extra warmth in their jeans. I think they had these priced right according to even like reselling. I think on like Poshmark and eBay, you can get $25 very safely for these. This is the relaxed fit. This is in a size 36 by 30. I will probably list these for more than $25. I'll probably list them around like $35 to $40, maybe even $50 depending on where comps sit right now. But you can safely assume that you're gonna make $25 on them. I'm looking for my receipt. If it's not in these bags, hopefully it's in my purse somewhere, because I need to take note of, you know, how much things actually came out to after all my discounts and stuff, so I can keep good records of them for bookkeeping purposes. And also I'm kind of nervous because every time I tried to walk out of Plato's with my newly purchased items, I kept setting off the alarm. And so the workers and I, we both looked through and we both tried to make sure that there wasn't the alarm thing, what is that called? You know what I'm talking about. We both went through everything to make sure that it wasn't on any of the clothes because I didn't want to have to come back and get it taken off later. We couldn't find anything, and even now I was kind of trying to like feel everything out to see if that was on any of the garments. I couldn't feel anything, so hopefully those are good to go, and I'm not going to be in a situation where I have to get one of those alarms off of an item or even take it back to Plato's. But those are the items that I got for my most epic thrift haul ever from 3 different sources. Again, these jackets were just 100% a surprise because I hadn't even peeked inside the box. I'm so excited about the jackets from Becky. Becky, thank you so much. I'm so excited to get everything listed. And I was really happy with the pieces that I got from this garage sale and from the Plato's Closet 75% off sale. Just some really great pieces that should make me some great money. So now I gotta process these items. What I do is I put everything into List Perfectly first, just so I have a record of where I got the items, how much I paid for the items, the date that I got the items, and I go ahead and weigh the items at that time too. And then everything goes on a rack over there, or like shoes just kind of go on the floor next to my light box, and I will photograph all of those items, and then I will go back into List Perfectly. I'll put those pictures into List Perfectly, and I will put in List Perfectly the SKU number, like the little Ziploc bag number that I put it in, and then at that point they're ready to get listed. So there's still a lot of work ahead in terms of making money off of these items, but I'm pretty confident that they're going to do very well for me, and I'm excited that you got to see them first. So thank you so much for watching. If you're like, man, I'm so sad that this video is over and I want to watch more thrift hauls from Becky, I got a playlist right here that you can watch to see other things that I have sourced in the past, and you can see them in a similar video format to this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!